Hello, it is Jonas Rex of the 1912 Titanic Swim Team, and we are back with another bad Pokemon deck. This is going to be Garchomp Altaria. The idea with this is that we're going to use the Garchomp to go ahead and hit for 160, put 3 basic energy cards onto our Pokemon, and the one that we're going to put them on is to our Altaria with the Magical Echo attack. The Magical Echo attack moves all damage counters from one of our bench Pokemon to the opponent's active, so whatever someone does to this, as long as they don't one-hit KO it, will be completely healed off by the Altaria and placed onto our opponent, and essentially making that the 2-hit KO combo. The Garchomp Ex has free retreat, which allows this to be possible. We'll just be able to retreat into our Altaria, and sometimes against Chien-Pao, we'll be playing the Survival Brace so that we can make sure that our opponent cannot one-hit KO us, and then we'll be able to heal all of that damage off anyway. We also play the Powerglass because if we want to do some bench sniping, this will have us take 2 of our energy off, but being able to put 1 of those back on will ensure that we're just 1 attachment away from being able to continually bench snipe certain Pokemon. And then we also play the Crisis Punch because if our opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining, we can go ahead and attach this to our Altaria and she can swing for 280, and that would just be amazing. So we're just gonna get this deck into action and see how it plays out. All right, Master Ball. I love playing against Master Ball League players because it makes the deck a little bit more credible. So let's see how this plays out. All right, heads, that means we get to pick. Yep, we're gonna definitely go first. We want to evolve on turn 2 and start swinging as soon as possible because the deck is already weak. All right, not the greatest opener. And we should have taken these feather balls out. Oops. Wonder Tree. Let's give him the Swablu. If it dies, we got extras. We're actually in a pretty good spot here where the Irida is going to be able to get us the rare candy, so we're going to want to do that right away. And their deck is going to take some setup. I don't believe that deck hits the bench very much, so we can first do Radiant Greninja. See, these 2 draws are, oh, this is perfect. Okay, well, Buddy-Buddy Poffin, get ourselves a Gible and another Swablu. And from here, we got pretty much full setup. The Irida can go and probably get us an item that will help us advance our game state. Ha 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 ha, very generic. Irida can actually grab us a Switch so we can get this out of the active. That'll be perfect. And the Earthen Vessel, this could not have gone any better. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and get a Switch out of the deck. We have no more water Pokemon. That means they're all prized, actually. Wow, so we are Garchomps, 2 Garchomps in prizes. All right, get this into the active. Rare Candy. Bink. We're no Bingo Bongo Bango. Get rid of this Manaphy, I don't think we need that. Get 2 energies. Go ahead and attach 1. Use Radiant Greninja. Get rid of another. Draw 2 cards. Do we bench another Gible right now? I think we can get into an Altaria right now because we're going to put 2 energies on that. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Gible. We have 1 more somewhere in the deck. Yeah, we got 1 more in there. We're going to grab our first Altaria. We're going to take 1 prize. And stick both of those on there. Magical Echo is locked and loaded. Then against Mimikyu as well, we also have the Blasting Wind attack for 1 more energy, so that does help us get around Mimikyu. I'm not sure about the rest of the wall deck. I'm not too familiar with what the rest of the wall deck plays, but that is one option. Get past Mimikyu. All right, going straight into the Gardevoir. So they're going to try and hit us pretty big, but they don't have any energy in the discard yet. So looks like they're probably going to put 1. No, they'll put the Ultra Ball. Are we even going to have a chance to show off the ability to just stay alive? Do I want to pull up the Gardevoir here? They don't have any energy in the discard, so it might be hard for them to get it out of the active. We can make our decision after this. Let's see. Another Swablu. We have another energy. I think the move here, if we pull up the Gardevoir, what are the odds they have another one? They're gonna have to pull it out of the active. And then once we've hit it for 160, bench snipe will make it 280. That's still not enough to KO there. I think it is okay to just take the KO here. What are they gonna do? I'm thinking, oh my God, okay. Pressure's on. Get out of the active. If they don't have a switch, it's gonna stay in the active and that's gonna be bad for them. They only have 3-card hand. We're gonna gamble. We're gambling men here. Gonna go ahead and place one right here just to get that one ready to go. We do have the Ultra Ball, so if need be, they take out this Altaria, we can bring up this Altaria. If they take out this Swablu, then we still have the other Altaria. What does a Lively Stadium do? Oh, it gives basic Pokemon plus 30. I see how that could be really good for Drifloon. If they do put the 2 damage counters on it, how many do they have to put? 2. Yeah, they'll put 4 damage counters on it. We'll put it in snipe range. So that's a big win there. Hey, bring down the Gallade. What is the Gallade going to be cooking? Move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched. Once during your turn, search your deck for a supporter card to really put in your hand and shuffle your deck. Okay, Iono could be really useful for them right here. I hope it still doesn't give them a switch. And they still have no energies in the discard, so they are not cooking at this exact moment. We are. Got our second Altaria, another Irida. Irida's not going to be getting us anything other than items because all of our Garchomps are prized. What's that nest ball giving you? Got the Radiant Greninja of their own. Okay, Copycat League, I see. If they don't get this out of the active, we are KOing it. So that is a big plus for us. And then they already turned this into a Gallade, so they'll actually be quite behind if they don't get this out of their active. Are they putting back the Ralts and the energy? I feel like putting the energy back is not good. It's just the Ralts. There we go. Bring down the Cresselia. What's this thing gonna do? Move 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. This would be cool in like a Copperajah build where you're doing damage to your bench and you swap that Copperajah, but it's gonna be really hard to move the Copperajah because it's like a 4 retreat cost. Psychic Embrace, what are you moving it to? You only got 1. All right, so you put down the Drifloon, you're just gonna leave yourself up here to be KO'd. That can't feel great. So even if you were able to accelerate 1 and attach for turn, it'd have been in a better spot because then you could have retreated. So they're planning on this thing going down. Let this go down and bench a Ralts, banking on the comeback. But we have an invincible Garchomp on our side, so that is also a plus. We're just gonna go ahead and evolve this. Draw more cards with our Garchomp. I mean, our Radiant Greninja. God, learn the names. Okay. I'm completely fine with taking the KO here. I don't think I need Irida to do anything. I can even just... I'm just going to attach the 1. It's going to go here. Yeah. We'll just take the KO here. They're on a 2-card hand. I definitely don't want to Iono them. Attach this here. We'll take 2 prizes. We'll take it from here, sir. So now their back is really against the wall because they got to get another Gardevoir out in order for them to reestablish their engine. And I can actually snipe that Ralts on the bench, and that's just going to put you in a spot where you really don't want to play the game. Here they go, Iono. If they Iono us and we don't draw an energy, that does put us in a position where we can no longer snipe the bench. Maybe attaching the energy would have been good. All right, Night Stretcher can grab us an energy, though. What do we have? Nothing in there. We'll get the Gible back. Oh, yeah, I want one of those right now. Earthen Vessel away. 1 Night Stretcher. Get energy. Is there any world where they one-hit KO us? What does this do? 30 for each damage counter on it, so 3 times the damage. It can do 330. In like the ideal world, they can do 330 if they're at 110 damage, but likely they're gonna be doing 300 because they're gonna be attaching damage counters in multiples of 20. Jesus, cannot speak. But that just put us in 1-hit KO range, so And that also turns off Survival Brace. Yeah, no, if we had that, we would snipe the Ralts here. We do not have access to that in any way. We have a Gible. We're gonna go ahead and bench that just so we can have the second one ready to go. There's no point in magical echoing here because it's gonna put 20 and that thing's gonna live, and I don't want to give it another turn to do that. So we're just gonna keep the pressure on them by hitting them again. And these two of these last three have to be Garchomps because there's no more in the deck. So this is probably a Garchomp that we're gonna grab right here, and an Ultra Ball. So these last two have to be Garchomps. What's the HP of the Kirlia? We can still KO the Kirlia as well if we do come into an energy. Yeah, at 80 HP. So a Sonic Dive on that Kirlia will dash all of their hopes. I'm sure they will probably scoop right after that. Okay, Lively Stadium. Gonna push him up to 150. That does put us in a tough spot if they were able to make Gardevoir, but they can't, so they don't have the energy acceleration that they want. Bring up the Radiant Greninja. That's tough because I do need to attach an energy to get him out of the active. They're stalling for time here with their back against the wall. They're in a retreat. Okay, get the energies in the discard. And bring up their own Radiant Greninja. I guess just so they can retreat it is the idea. We don't need much of what's here. Let me Ultra Ball this Feather Ball Stretcher. What are we cooking with here? Just this Gabite. Well, fellows, this is what it looks like to be currently trapped in the active. So let's just pass turn. We'll be able to get out of here soon. 30 damage. So it's not like they're hitting the bench. It's not the Scream Tail. So they can't really work us down from a distance. All right. Well, they're back into the Gardevoir. This has become a game, and maybe through my misplays, we'll be able to see what this deck is supposed to do. If they KO the Radiant Greninja, they're doing us a favor. So what are you bossing up here? Oh, how many energies do they have? They have 7 energies. They might actually just be able to KO our Garchomp here, and that would suck. Yeah, that's 300. Yeah, so that's definitely gonna do it. $300 big ones coming our way right now. All right, what's awesome is that the move here is really easy. This Altaria can KO this because of all the damage counters they had to put on it for it to get the KO. And this Night Stretcher can actually grab us back the Garchomp Ex. I'm so silly. I needed the energy to actually KO that, and I jumped the gun here. So we're just gonna attach here. We're going to Survival Brace. Why can't I attach this? Pokemon this card, full HP. Why can't I attach that to... Did our opponent quit? Oh, okay. We attach the Survival Brace, and we'll just go ahead and switch. Bringing this up, if they attack it, it will not die unless they get rid of the thing, in which case then we'll go ahead and retreat, bringing up the Altaria, putting the damage on the Drifloon, and hopefully repeating that another time. Are they putting more damage on it? Do they think that that's the way to do it? Do they have a boss? Like, what are they gonna do here? All right, well, that's not how that's gonna work. We're gonna go Survival Brace. And here we get to show off our... Oh, this is a great draw. We're gonna bring up the Altaria first. Let's go ahead and... Dang, if we had boss, that would have been amazing. So then we just boss up the Gardevoir and get the KO. Unfortunate. We're gonna go ahead and Carmine here just to draw more cards. And What's the big idea here? I think do we Powerglass? It doesn't feel like that's the move. Nothing we want to pull out. Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We're out of Garchomps. There's just one energy in the discard, and I think we've gone through both of our stretchers. Yep, we're just gonna try. We're gonna pray that we get through the rest of this game. All right, Magical Echo, heal that bad boy up. KO them. So they need a boss. They definitely need a boss if they want to get a KO on us. But we can KO anything that's not the Garchomp Ex. So let's see how they play this out. Even if they take a 2-hit KO on us, I believe the 90 damage after they have to power up whatever it is, we'll get a KO. So we are just digging for one more energy. Or a Night Stretcher, but I don't think I play another one. Should have paid more attention. And to think, we wouldn't even be in this situation if I just attached the energy sooner. Oh, they're retreating. I think they're realizing that the Gardevoir is their biggest hope right here. And they attach one manually from hand. Okay, Earthen Vessel. So hear me out. I think part of the play here is to promote the Garchomp, of course, because it's free retreat. But if they decide to hit with the Gardevoir, then we just retreat and Altaria gets us the KO because that'll be 190 damage. Well, that won't even be the KO. That'll be 230. So that's unfortunate there. But it'll put us in a good position. But if they also KO this Garchomp, we will have access to Crisis Punch. Swablu. Okay. Do I play another Vessel is the question. I don't remember. I think we just draw 5 more cards. We can thin the deck too. And Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Get this Swablu out. We're not going to draw that. Carmine versus Irida. What am I looking for? I'm looking for energy, but I'm also looking for Vessel. If there's no Vessel, then this Irida cannot possibly get us the energy. If there is Vessel, then I could possibly draw into the Vessel or the energy. So we're going to go Carmine. We're going to gamble. Oh, awesome. We got the TM Crisis Punch. We want to keep that hidden until our opponent has 1 energy left. So I'm going to just go ahead and attach here, and we're going to threaten them. They're going to feel the threat of our existence. I'm going to attach 1 here. So we have that 90 available. I'm going to attach 1 here and 2 there so that these can turn into an Altaria. And Magical Echo if need be. And the Crisis Punch is a big win here. So if they KO this, we're in a good spot. But if they KO this with Drifloon, then we just swing Blasting Wind anyway. Right, for 90, because they're going to have to put all the damage counters on it to get the KO. Okay, so they've realized that they cannot win the game with the Gardevoir. They got to get that out of here. If they boss up the Altaria and they hit it, then we're 1 energy attachment away from just sniping the Gardevoir. But also we just attack with the Hydrolander. But what's going to be really cool is we're going to get to attack with the Crisis Punch right now. And we're just doing it because we can. Totally BMing. Again, would have never been in the situation if we just attached that 2nd energy earlier to keep Sonic Dive alive. But I never said I was good at this game. Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage. It's like 400 something damage, right? 420? 420. Nice. So we kind of have them in a checkmate situation here. I'm not sure what they can do to stop us. Yep. All right. So essentially seceding, as we just have to promote an attack to get the win. We're going to give them the thumbs up back. That was a good game. They really played their way back into it. We're going to end this in style. 280 damage. Crisis Punch. 420 right back at you. Nice. GG's, Mr. Opponent. And that is another deck Another day, another deck. We got the Garchomp EX. We didn't get to show off too much of the healing ability. The Survival Brace did end up working. We did take some big KOs. We did sell a little bit, but you know, at the end of the day, we got the job done against our opponent, Pally Pokemon. That's a wrap. Until next time, this has been the 1912 Titanic Swim Team, and I'm Jonas Rex. Deuces.